Hey, we're back at the top again today on the road to Pokemon Sun and Moon. We are still in week 15, but this is the speculation lane, and so today I'd like to start a new series on the road to the new games. Here's how it will work. Each episode will look at a type of the Pokemon universe and see how GameFreak could improve it in Pokemon Sun and Moon. This should last us quite some time, at least until the fall. Today, we'll be kicking off with the plainest type of them all, the normal type. How could GameFreak improve on this type? Let me know how you think they should improve or change this type in the comment section below. But with that, here are 10 things that they could change or improve to the normal type. When you think of the normal type, you think of defensive and hard-hitting returns and double edges. But why is that? Reason being is because there aren't many special attackers or special attacks for that matter. I know that there are a few, such as Porygon Z, but they aren't really that prominent. Tri-Attack and Hyper Voice, while cool, aren't as widespread as the physical normal attacks. That and Hyper Voice is just used for the abilities Refrigerate, Aerolate, and Pixelate. So, can Sun and Moon please buff up the special side of the normal type just a little bit? Speaking of offensive normal types, which is the most prominent in the metagame? The normal flying types. Bird Spam is a powerful asset to your team, but most of the offensive normal types that are good are the Bird Spammers. I know that there are things like Mega Lopunny and Mega Kangaskhan, the latter which is banned to Ubers, but that's just one of a little bit of the most prominent normal type users. All I'm saying is that Bird Spam should at least take a back seat with the new Pokemon introduced. We have a common theme here. A lot of these are based off of competitive use. While I try to have an even balance, it's hard to stray away from the competitive side of things since I am an avid battler. Our next fact resides in the fact that most normal type attacks are detrimental that most people stick with return. Double Edge and Hyper Beam, to name a few, are the strong attacks that hurt you in their own way. There isn't a base 100 or power or up normal type attack that doesn't have any repercussions to it that can be learned by a wide variety of Pokemon. The other thing is accuracy, but I don't think it's that big of an issue unless you miss, of course, but that's not really much of an issue. Like I said, I know return is a thing, but remember that it relies on happiness. To get that max damage, they have to have max happiness, which kind of takes decades, unless you cheat. In Gen 6, Moonlight got the type switch to Fairy, while Morning Sun got, well, it remained normal. I understand why it remained normal and not joining the Fairy or Fire type, but that's the least of my concern. What I'm hoping is for that in Sun and Moon, the Sun and Moon healing moves get a little bit more widespread. I mean, sure, the max PP you can get is 8, but I don't hear grass types complaining that they only have 8 shots to use Synthesis. It's the game of Sun and Moon, and if they stand pat and barely have any new Pokemon learn it, that wouldn't completely make any sense. Know what I mean? The most common annoyance of the normal type is the fat pink blobs. You know what I'm talking about. Chansey, Blissey, and this cow with a ski mask. And now you will never be able to unsee that. Regardless, we have enough of these fat pink things that they are basically punching bags. At least, most of these got moved to Fairy type with that type's introduction, but that's a frustrating topic meant for another day. All that I'm hoping for is that they can limit the amount of bulky, fat pink normal Pokemon, so then I don't have to add another Pokemon to my I want to torpedo you into the sun list. So the normal type is kind of plain. Yes, I know about that. This is just me nitpicking, but most normal types are kind of bland. They kind of look like Dexter's Laboratory's background in the show's reboot. Brown, gray, white, it's kind of just unappealing colors overall. Not to say the designs are terrible, I like most of the designs. It's just when they seem to reapply the same color gradients every time when it comes to a new normal type Pokemon. That and bird after bird after bird after bird, the bird is the... Oh, I'm gonna stop now. Then again, it is the plain type. Whitney gave out the plain badge for a reason, so maybe I shouldn't be nitpicking at this. I, for one, welcome our new hyper-voicing Normalite ability overlords. You know what I'm talking about. The revelation of the new abilities such as Refrigerate, Aerolate, and Pixelate. But you know what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for a few more. And just like I said in a previous fact, I hope we can get more than just Hyper Voice and Return as our default go-to attacks for these abilities. And now we get to the fun part. The last 3 facts will always regard to type combinations that have yet to be made, new attacks, and what Pokemon that they could create out of the type I'm highlighting in Pokemon Sun and Moon. So with that, let's dive in. The type combinations that don't yet exist are normal and any combination of Ice, Poison, Bug, Rock, Ghost, Dragon, Dark, and Steel. However, a lot of these Pokemon would get broken in half by fighting types, which is why the one I'm most looking forward to is a normal Ghost type. No, I don't mean a normal-looking ghost. Casper, go away! I wasn't requesting your presence! Now, this would be an interesting type combination since these are 2 opposites, kinda like Fire and Water or Dragon and Fairy. It would only be weak to Dark type, but that wouldn't be much of an issue depending on its speed. It could hit with a strong fighting type since most normal types get fighting type coverage, Close Combat for the physical Pokemon, or Focus Blast for those special users. Out of all the unused type combinations, this is the one I'm most looking forward to for the normal type. Casper, I told you to leave! Now we get to the normal type moves that I would hope to see. As you can tell, I'm looking for more special moves, but that doesn't mean we're going to only see special moves. We'll normally have one of each type of attack, physical, special, and status. We'll go over all 3 and see their competitive viability. The normal type moves we have today are Rolling Cutter, Smite, and Reformat. Rolling Cutter is a 60 base power physical move that when used multiple times in battle, gets a 10 base power boost, maxes out at 150, and resets upon switch out. I can see this move being used on Sweeper Pokemon after setting up or Scarf Pokemon. Smite is a 75 base power special move that is super effective against Dark and Ghost types. This would come in handy as the move would be one of the only normal type attacks that would be super effective. If not, I'm pretty sure that would actually be the only one. It's a special move in the form of Scrappy. The last move, Reformat, is a status move that resets all stats normal for every Pokemon in play. It's just a normal type version of Haze. And now for the last part, the possible new Pokemon. For this part, we'll only be looking at primary normal types. Pokemon cannot have their secondary type be normal for this. The 3 Pokemon we'll look at is a Porcupine, a Wolf, and the Pokemon that is the top of my list of Pokemon to exist, a Griffin. We'll look at the Porcupine first. I have made it a normal poison type due to its quills. This seems more like the early rodent Pokemon, so we'll have to adjust the stats accordingly. Its best stats would reside in the defense and special attack because of its quills on his back. On the contrary, its HP and special defense suffer. Competitively, I would see this Pokemon in the NU tier due to its lack of its special defense and HP, but just fast enough to leave opponents on their toes. As for the Wolf Pokemon, this one would pack more of a punch. Being a normal Ice type gives it amazing stabs to choose from. Statistically, it would be a very fast and have high attack while its special stats take a hit to accommodate such an offensive presence. This Pokemon has similar stats to Weavile, so I could see this Pokemon in UU or OU depending on the ability and the move pool. And the last Pokemon I have is the one at the top of my list of new concepts I want to see made into a Pokemon. An eagle was at the top of that list until Braviary flew to grace the game with its freedom. But now, at the top of that list is a Griffin. This Pokemon would be a normal flying type, and I know I complained about there being too many normal flying Pokemon, but this is different! Don't judge me! Statistically speaking, this Pokemon would have to be better than an eagle since it's an eagle with a lion's body. Its physical stats would be sky high, pun intended, while its special stats gets grounded. Its speed and HP are nothing to miss though. Due to its powerful stats, I could easily see this in the OU tier. We already see Talonflame and Staraptor in this tier, but Brave Bird? With that much attack? You go better stock up on some brown pants from the Pokemart! And with that, we continue to travel on the long road to Pokemon Sun and Moon. What changes and improvements to the normal type do you think they should make in the new games? Let me know in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed, don't forget to drop a like down below. And if you want to catch the next type I cover on this long road, subscribe to be notified when it drops. Until then, I'll catch you back at the next stop on the road to Pokemon Sun and Moon later on, because that's how you do what? It isn't enough! Are you mad? Vileplume, what you got for me? 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 I got a flamethrower in my back pocket for you.